But I'm going to flip over to Bitcoin, and we're going to talk some Bitcoin action because Bitcoin's actually getting a nice pop today. Now, for my members at Verified Investing in Verified Investing Crypto, yesterday I put out a video that said, guys, we're starting to make bullish consolidation, which means you're probably headed up. You can see it right here, right? So again, what is bullish consolidation? It's a sharp move up, and then it's sideways price action, maybe a little bit of a downward slope, and it usually leads to an up move. What did we get here? Up, sideways, up. Very standard in technical analysis. That is a very standard formation. The other thing, too, to go over is to understand what the price action was telling us. Let the chart speak to you. And again, one of my favorite things to tell people that I educate on trading is to say, this to most people looks like gibberish. It looks like nonsensical ups and downs. But just like a text, if you open a book and it's in a foreign language that you don't speak, you're going to be like, what the heck is this? I have no clue what this is saying. But if you learn how to translate, if you learn how to read that language, it starts to make sense. Charts are very much the same way. What I mean by that is this, is that essentially, if we look at this, right, and again, let's just take a look at this chart. If we looked at the price action, here was the Ripple news, green candle and red, right? What is that telling you? If price can't hold, just simply, again, basic 5-year-old knowledge, if price can't hold, it's not a good thing, right? Price popped on the Ripple judge decision and it reversed. So what does that mean? Negative. What does price do? It's negative, right? Goes down, and then you actually had this beautiful flush. Then you had right here, all right, this was the grayscale positive news there. All right, grayscale judge's decision. Price pops. 2 days later, it reverses. That's not good. Then price starts to decline. We get a drop. Here's a down candle. But then look, the very next day, we reversed it. Basically, the opposite of this occurred right here. In addition, it was right around this lower level right here at a pivot support, right? So again, this now changes, and I remember the day this happened. If you go back to this very game plan, and this is just the nuggets of kind of gold that I'm throwing out to you guys, in this very day, I said, guys, short-term bias is now up. Now, again, this doesn't change the fact that I still think Bitcoin can eventually hit, 15K again, and then maybe 12 to 13K again, and maybe worst case scenario, this would be like if the stock market crashes 40%, then maybe it hits 9 to 10K. That's still on the table potentially, but short term, where price goes over the next couple days to week, that switched to bullish. And you can go back in these game plans. They're obviously public knowledge, and you can see where I talked about that. Since then, price has gone back up. Now, interestingly enough, let's talk about how high can price rally, right? So, I mean, let's talk about it. So if you're someone who's saying, wow, do I buy Bitcoin now? Honestly, the answer is no. And I'm going to tell you why. All right, so the first thing on this chart is to basically take a trend line and just draw it down like this, okay? So this is the first thing you got to recognize. So if we take this, right, you take that high, and let me just move this out of the way so we can actually see it here, okay? There we go. So this high, okay, there we go, excuse me, to this high, and look at what price is hitting. Now, could price break through this level? The answer is, of course it could. It might even be a 50-50, but never do you buy into resistance. You buy on a pullback. You buy after this, right, where you're hitting support right there, and you get the reversal candle. All right, and you're not buying, like, think about this. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Like, all right, so here's a wall. Tell me to run forward. I'm going to smack into the wall, right? I mean, literally, well, it's a TV, and I'm not going to break this TV, obviously, or this digital TV. But the point is that when you're buying here, you're essentially you're starting a race at the wall. You don't want to do that. You want to start your race down here where you have room to run. So now, listen, let's talk about a scenario here. What if we break through this level? Where's your upside target? That would be your return to the scene of the crime. That would be the target. So could this, excuse me, go to 30? Yes. But again, Right now, you are into resistance. All right,